All right, everyone, we are back at King's Dominion for our second day here. You can see Intimidator way back there waiting for me. Yesterday was super fun. It was super awesome to meet Mark, Emily, and Zach. I had a great time with them, and they were super cool. Last night they let me take a shower and have a place to stay because I've just been sleeping in my truck. So super great people. They had to head back home, so I'm here alone today, which is how it's been. So it's not the end of the world, but it was nice to have some company yesterday. So shout out to them. And if you guys are watching, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I've ridden everything here but Apple's Apple. Wouldn't let me on Great Pumpkin Coaster, and unfortunately only one side of Racer was open yesterday. I doubt it's going to be different today. So Apple's Apple is the only credit I need. So my plan, just ride Intimidator and Twisted Timbers as much as I can. If I feel like spicing it up and throwing something else in there, I will. But honestly, that's one thing I do have to say about this park, is that Intimidator and Twisted Timber are so amazing that like nothing else even is close here. Versus at like Kings Island or Cedar Point, like there's 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 rides I'd want to go around and ride. But at this park, like, everything pales in comparison. I don't want to ride the wood coasters. I don't want to ride Dominator. No, get me on Intimidator and get me on Twisted Timbers. Those rides are amazing. So anyway, I'm going to get in the park and fill up my drink bottle and head back towards Intimidator. I will see you guys once we get there. All right, park's fully opened up, heading towards Intimidator. I'm gonna walk right past Tumbili, and I know there's not gonna be a line right now, but I'm not gonna waste my time on that. I've ridden plenty of free spins. I didn't really talk about it much yesterday because I just met the guys and I was kind of hanging out with them, but it's definitely the worst free spin I've been on. It's the newest and I thought it might be the best, but it just didn't really pick up any speed. It was like controlled and brake the whole time and only spun like once. I've had ones where you do like 4 or 5 flips. So I'm just gonna walk right past it and go to Intimidator. I will say it does have the best theming, not out of all free spins, but even just when it comes to Cedar Fair parks. Like Flight of Fear obviously is better because of the hue and everything, but Tumbili is pretty nice. Like they play some like tribal music as you're going up the lift, and the track's green and the supports look like bamboo, so it's pretty nice. And honestly, Jungle Expedition is just a nice area of the park. Heading in there right now. But anyway, walking through, getting to Intimidator, so I'll see you guys once we're there. There's that beautiful 305-foot tall lift. Can't wait to ride this thing again. Such a good ride. All right, kind of out of breath. I just rode Intimidator 10 times in a row on the back. And yeah, that ride's really good, man. I'm gonna go get on Twisted Timbers now. I definitely still think Twisted Timbers is the best ride in the park. But yeah, so far out of Millennium Force and Orion and Intimidator 305, that's definitely my favorite Giga. I'm sure Fury will be better just because it's taller, longer. Lap bars. If this ride had lap bars, man, whew, it would probably be my like top 3 roller coasters. But yeah, 10 times in a row. I've heard a lot of people say like it's too intense, like they can only ride it 1 or 2 times. Baloney. 10 times easy. I could have kept riding it, but I felt like 10 was a nice round number, and I do want to get my rides on Twisted Timbers. So anyway, heading that way, and Apple's right there by Twisted Timbers too, so I can get the coaster credit for that. Skipping out on Flight of Fear, Anaconda, Backlot Stunt Coaster because I've already ridden them, kind of a waste of time. I want to ride the good stuff. So, yeah, I'll see you guys over at Twisted Timbers. Probably gonna ride that 10 times too. All right, on my way over to Twisted Timbers, I saw this cafe was open, so I figured I'd check it out. And they got queso here, and fries to dip it in, and a chorizo burger. And I'm putting the queso on the fries and the burger, and it's delicious, man. So, I'm eating up. I can already tell you it's great, but I'll give you a full review afterwards. But yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'll see you guys over at Twisted Timbers. All right, we're over here at Twisted Timbers. I'm about to get on marathon this thing. I do gotta say that food, man, I said it was good, but man, that was great. After Cedar Point's barbecue, That was probably the best food of the trip so far. That queso was fabulous, and with that burger, delicious. Anyway, I'm gonna get on Twisted Timbers as much as I can. I'll see you guys after that. Alright, I've been at the park for 2 hours. I know you guys haven't seen much, but that's just because I've been on rides for the most part. But yeah, I just rode Twisted Timbers 5 times. I was gonna go for 10, but I don't know if any of you have ridden this ride before, you know that when you get back in line, the walk is so long. Like, the exit goes all the way out the side, and then when you go back to the entrance, you have to go all the way around the entire ride, then back up through the entrance. And it's just quite a walk. And I rode the ride 5 times in a row, and then for some reason they told me I had to walk back around. And I know at some Cedar Fair parks, they tell you after 2 rides you have to, and some don't. Like yesterday I rode Intimidator and I rode it 6 times, no problem. And today they made me walk around every 2 rides. So it's a little bit of a dumb policy. Like, I feel like if the ride operator's cool, they don't care. But the lady up there, I don't know if she was like a Karen or what, but she made me walk around. And so honestly, I'm not gonna lie, people talk about marathoning Intimidator and how that's hard. This was way more brutal, dude. Like, Twisted Timbers, those negative forces are so strong, especially the way I do it. I get the most airtime room that I possibly can. So basically on the screen you can see if the restraint's locked, and when it's locked it's green. So I literally push it down towards barely green, and then I scoot all the way forward and lift up my knees, so when they try to staple me, they can't push the restraint down anymore. And so I literally get like this much room, like 3 or 4 inches. And so on every hill I like pop out and it slams you back into your seat. And it's just so intense because this entire ride, there's nothing more to it. Like, I guess the 0G roll and the first drop are kind of like hang time and floater, but the rest of the drop is just pure and sheer ejector. And the strongest ejector I've ever felt. Like I was saying yesterday, it's stronger airtime than Steel Vengeance. Now, Steel Vengeance is much longer. The first drop is way better. And I love the hand and head choppers during the second half of the ride when you're going under the entire support structure. But I will say, the airtime on this ride is the best airtime I've ever felt. And I was saying before that I think that Steel Vengeance is #1, El Toro is #2, this is 3, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I do think I have to rank this above El Toro. The first drop is not as good as El Toro's first drop, but those 3 ejector camelback hills are all 3 better airtime than on El Toro. And the reason I ranked El Toro as #2 is because after Steel Vengeance, it was the best airtime I've ever had. But this ride's airtime is better, so it does break my heart. But El Toro's #3, this is now #2, and yeah, woohoo, like my top 2 rides are RMCs. Who could have guessed that? RMC does just make the best rides. So anyway, I've been rambling for like 2.5 minutes now. All I gotta say is that, yeah, Twisted Timbers is amazing. I mean, I305 is enough of a reason to come out here, but Twisted Timbers is literally the best ride in this state, the best ride in this park. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like, you guys need to take a trip and like come over here to Virginia and get on this ride and go to Busch Gardens, which I'm going to Busch. I was planning on going to it on Thursday originally, but the water park's not open here except on weekends, so I don't know if I really need 3 days here. So I'm thinking I might go to Busch Gardens tomorrow, and then Carowinds is open 5 to 10 on Thursday and Friday, and so, I mean, I think I'll go to Busch tomorrow if I can ride everything in one day. I was originally doing Carowinds 5 to 10 on Friday and then all day Saturday, but I'm thinking I might do Carowinds 5 to 10 Thursday because it'd be a little bit slower, then maybe take Friday off. I don't know, I'll figure it out. That's my like semi-plan, unless I feel like I want a 3rd day here, which I don't need it because I've ridden everything. But anyway, it's been nice to take a little break now because 5 times in a row on Twisted Timbers was brutal. So I'm gonna go get the coaster credit for Apple's Apple real quick. It's a Wild Mouse, so it's not gonna be anything great, but it does have a first drop because most Wild Mouses go up and just do a bunch of turns. You can see it back there. That's the first drop right there. I'm pointing at it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ride that. I'll let you guys know how that is. See you after that. Alright, just got off Apple's Apple. And I mean, of course, compared to Intimidator and Twisted Timbers, the two other rides I've ridden today was not anything fantastic. But I would say in general, it's a pretty bad wild mouse. It does have a first drop, but it's at like a 45-degree angle and you get no airtime on it. You just pick up a little speed. And that's one thing I will say is some wild mouses can be redeemed because they actually have a little airtime, but this ride has absolutely no airtime. So, it's a little bit lame. And honestly, it does kind of crawl through those hairpin turns too, so you don't even get that factor, which I normally don't like because like it's kind of uncomfortable being shoved against the side of your seat. But the fact that it was missing just made it such a boring ride because no forces on the turns, no airtime, kind of pointless. Anyway, got the coaster credit. I believe I'm at 337 now. So, yeah, oh, not 337, 237. I'm not at 300 coaster credits. But yeah, it's either, yeah, it's 337, my bad, sorry. I was thinking, is it 327 or 337? But I know at Busch Gardens, they have 9 rides, so if those are all open, I'd be at 246. So Carowinds, gonna get my 250th credit. Gonna try to make that Fury. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. It's probably like 2:30 right now, so I still got plenty of time left in the park. But I've already ridden Twisted Timbers and Intimidator plenty of times, so I don't know. I definitely want to wait till later and ride Intimidator again because it gets faster. But yeah, if anything happens, I'll update you guys. So I'll see you then. All right. I decided what I'm going to do next. At Kings Island, I did not go in the Eiffel Tower, and they have one there and one here, and I got nothing better to do. I'm just waiting for Intimidator to get nice and hot and fast. So yeah, I'm going to go in the Eiffel Tower, get a nice good view of the park. I will show you guys some shots while I'm up there. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, just got back down from on top of the Eiffel Tower. Hope you guys enjoyed all those views. And if you got bored, you probably skipped ahead, and that's fine too. You know, it's not for everybody. But yeah, man, it is beautiful up there. You get a great view of the whole park, and honestly the whole area, all the forests, the factories, the buildings, the cars, everything, man. It is great. And looking down from up there, you are high up, man. Like, I know on drop towers and roller coasters, when you're high up, I mean, you don't have much time to think about it because you drop down right away. But standing up there, it wasn't scary. It's very safe and secure, but it was really cool seeing, like, dang, the height we are at. And this is actually a 1/3 scale of the Eiffel Tower, so it's over 300 feet tall. It's one of the 4 attractions here that is over 300 feet tall. The other being Drop Tower, Intimidator, and their giant chair swing, scream swing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was really cool to go up there, and I missed out on Kings Island, but I would actually really recommend that you guys do that. Get some videos, some pictures, and yeah, just enjoy the views. So anyway, since I'm here by the front of the park, it's not a crazy ride, but I'm just gonna get a ride on Dominator, because why not? I got plenty of time to kill, and I think I'm gonna try to grab a ride on that, maybe Fly to Fear, maybe back on Stone Coaster, we'll see. Probably not Tumbili, because I feel like that ride honestly is a waste of time compared to the rest of the free spins. But yeah, after all that, we'll probably head back over to Intimidator and get some rides now that it's heated up. It's gonna have a nice bite to it. So yeah, I'll see you guys over at Dominator. Alright, I just got off of Dominator, and you know, as much as I want to like that ride, it's just mid, man. I rode it in the back yesterday, and y'all know what I said about that. Nothing crazy, not super forceful, you know, big, but that's about it. And today I rode it in the front just to try to see if maybe it's better, which normally that's not the case, but sometimes with loopers, you never know. And I banged my head a lot in the front. It was a lot rougher than in the back. In the back, I banged my head like once. In the front, it was like the whole ride, man. And that's just painful. You don't want that. So, yeah. It's still better than a lot of floorlesses because a lot of them are just straight rough and hurt no matter where you sit. Like Firebird was horrible. Scream's a little rattly at Magic Mountain. So, you know, it's not the worst. It's right in the middle, man. So yeah, nothing special, just mid. There it is. It's a big ride, and it twists around itself a lot, and it's long. It's just nothing great. So anyway, all right, heading back towards Intimidator to get some rides on now it's warmed up. When I was up on top of the Eiffel Tower, sorry, I said Eiffel Tower. I can't speak. When I was up there, I didn't see it running, so I'm hoping that it's not closed down, but I guess we'll see when we get over there. But I mean, if it isn't running, we can just ride Fly to Fear. That's right there by us. So, yep. I'll see you guys once we get over there. All right. So, Intimidator wasn't broken down. It was running. But I show up and get in line. I'm about to be the next one on the train. And, of course, it breaks. Classic Intimate stuff. You know how it is with those. They like to break down. And so, unfortunately, not going to get to ride Intimidator probably again for the rest of the day just because I doubt they're going to reopen it at this point. Park closes in like 2 hours, so bit of a bummer, but we did get 10 rides on it earlier. I just did want to get a ride after it was warmed up because it do be running nice and fast when it gets hot, but you know, it's not the end of the world. But on a positive note, I did meet a really cool guy in the line. He's also a roller coaster YouTuber. He doesn't show his face, so he's not actually with me right now. We parted ways because he's gonna go hit the rest of the park, but he is really cool. He has 2 channels. His first one is called BliXXardStorm. That's for roller coasters. And he also has a channel called Heatwave Productions, and he does water park content on that one. So go ahead and subscribe to both those channels, guys. I'm gonna put the links in the descriptions for you guys. He makes great roller coaster content. Lots of stuff. He's been doing this for about a year, so he makes good stuff. So yeah, go check him out. Super cool guy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna go grab a few more rides on Twisted Timbers and might get out of here because I mean, unless Intimidator reopens up, I don't got much left to be doing around here. So I'm gonna go ride Twisted Timbers, and that's probably gonna be it, guys. So I'll see you once we're over there. All right, I just got off of 2 rides on Twisted Timbers, and man, that ride is seriously relentless. It is brutal, man. That airtime is just, it's pure ejector, dude. The whole ride is like pure ejector, and it is the strongest ejector I've ever felt. I know I've been saying it the past few times, like, that I've gone over that ride, but man, it is so strong. Like, you don't understand until you ride the ride. Like, you really can't understand how strong that airtime is. Like, not only does it feel like you're gonna fly out, it feels like your back is like your spine is expanding, like you're almost like you're growing like an inch longer for a second. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it really just feels like it's stretching you out almost. Like, that's how strong it is. And if those lap bars like broke or didn't work, you would definitely fly like 10 feet in the air. Like, it is so strong. Anyway, I only rode the ride twice because it is so hot out here. I feel like I'm dying, man. I need to get to the AC in my truck and rest for the rest of the day. So that's gonna do it for King's Dominion. I was originally planning 3 days here. Water park not open, so like I was discussing earlier, I'm probably gonna drive to Williamsburg tonight, do Busch Gardens tomorrow instead of Thursday, just because I really don't need a 3rd day here. I mean, I've ridden everything. The only thing I didn't ride obviously was the other side of Racer because it's closed, and the kiddie coaster. So I rode Apples to Apple. I got all the credits. Yeah, I'm done here. I don't need another day here. So, but yeah, this park is a really great park. In terms of Cedar Fair parks, so far number 3. I think that some of the rides here are better than Kings Island. Like, Kings Island needs an RMC for their lineup to be complete, but this park has even more gaps. Like, this park needs a good hyper coaster. This park needs an inverted coaster, probably 1 or 2 more loopers. So it's a good park. Number 3, Cedar Point's number 1, Kings Island's number 2, this one's number 3. And by the way, their operations aren't too bad. No 3 trains, only 2 trains, but they have good dispatches, and there were no waits, obviously. It's been completely dead yesterday and today. But no, a very fun, enjoyable park. And Virginia just seems like a good state for coasters because you got this in Busch Gardens here, and then a bunch of other states with great parks nearby. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it. I am beat. You can see me. I'm sweating like a dog, and it is so hot out here. So I really appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Helps me out a lot. I want to get more people seeing these videos because as of right now, I got my 45 subscribers, and you know, I'd like more people to be seeing these videos, and I'm just doing it for fun, but it would be really cool if this information could get to other people about these parks so that they can know where they want to go and what they want to do. So yeah, like the video. Sorry, I kind of went on there. And subscribe to the channel if you are new and not subscribed yet. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow at Busch Gardens. Peace.